Is that a doll? Huh? This doll has something in its hand. What? A red-colored stone. Oh, wait. Dusk. Looks like it can be opened. Wait a second. The mirror image doesn't move the same way that I move. What in the world? Well, now I want to check everything, because I'm guessing there's 3 items we can pick up. This is a horse. They were killed by Solaris. I guess it was a child's room. What kind of dreams did the children in this room have for the future? We're fighting over lives, aren't we? That at times involving those that have nothing to do with this struggle. Funny for you to say that, Ellie. There are a lot of people who don't care if they hurt others. So this is where you all were. The Queen said this house was destroyed in the Great War 500 years ago. This house has been kept like this on purpose as a reminder of the war. Thank you for waiting. Please come to the palace with me. Hey, wait! That girl. That is alright. Shall we go to the palace now? No, I should just stare at this horse some more. Found a child's memory from long ago, but nobody could take that away. What? We found what? So I found the Dusk Rock. I wonder if I should walk around and try to find 2 other rocks to go up that lift. I wouldn't know where to start looking, though. Probably have to interact with, like, everything. Might be one down here. There's a lot of stuff laying around. Is that butter on a plate? Well, I'm not exactly sure how to get to the queen yet, so I guess I might as well just look while I'm looking. Look while I'm looking. I like that this game doesn't handhold, because most classic RPGs don't. But I don't like how a lot of the plot points end up being hide and seek. Like, this is fine, because we're exploring this town anyways. But like, the constant hide and seek in areas that we've already been in is pretty annoying. I think everyone can probably agree with that. It definitely feels like we needed to pad this area out, so go find this NPC kind of thing. Which, like, also, this game isn't, like, short, so I don't give it as much leeway to have moments like that. Like, if the game is short, and they had to pad out certain areas by having, like, go find an NPC, then it makes more sense. But the game is long, so, like, you really don't need those moments. Like, there was that moment where we were in the home base, and they were like, go find Billy's dad. And we, like, ran around looking for him, and then finally found him in the bar. And then right after that, there was a moment where we were with the whole crew, and Billy's dad was like, let's head to the bar. And then it just teleported us to the bar. And I was like, why did we just do that before? Like, why was the hide and seek necessary, you know? And again, like, if this were a game where, like, the budget was cut and they had to really, like, make it longer by having all these little moments, then that would be fine. But, like, it's a long game. Even though the budget was cut, it's still a long game. It's like, we really didn't need, you know, the padding, right? So, that is one big issue I have. I mean, it's not like the end of the world, but that is definitely one big issue I have, is, like, I don't think a lot of the hide and seek was necessary, especially in the home base. Now, something like this is where it works well. You plop us in a new city, and you say, you know, don't give us any hint as to where to go, and then that forces us to just, like, explore the city and learn more about the city and learn more about the story and pick up on little things. And, like, I found that little secret teleporter because I was looking around for where I was supposed to go. So, like, that stuff's good. That's how you do it right. But making us, you know, tread over the same water again is annoying. Yes, I'm listening, dear. It reminds me of the good old days. This is the place you and I met for our first date, isn't it? I recall that on that day, you dear read me a poem that you said you wrote all by yourself. I thought it funny that such a romantic still exists in our day and age, but I was delighted by it. Nothing has changed here. Truly important things can't be taken away by anyone. Hello? Okay. How's it going, Trop? It goes well. Goes very well. After all, pain only causes more pain and sadness. How come those guys up there don't understand such a simple thing? Why is her text so fast? Just relax, have fun fishing like that sage who disappeared. Do you like fishing? Yes. I see. Then do you want to try catching some fish in the plaza? Fishing is prohibited there, though. I have some good thread. Want it for 50G? Try hanging the line in the center of the plaza. You'll catch a fish if you're good. This game has fishing? Best game ever? Are you sure we can catch fish even without bait? All right. What are we doing? Huh? The fish is biting. What do you want to do? Be patient. Alright, impatience is taboo. There, now! I did it! Hee hee, a reasonable catch. Alright. That was something. The people in this city had dreamed of going down to the land again for a long time. They dreamed of the day when they could go down to the free world after fleeing from Solaris. I have a hunch the day may not be too far away. This city has been wandering the sky like this for 500 years. Just watching the ever-changing countries, the world, and those who appeared and disappeared. The people in Shavat lost power, so that's all they could do. Being able to observe may have been a reward for those people here. It's all fine and good, but Where's my rocks? I thought for sure one of the rocks would be down here, because it looked interesting. I don't think there's anything here. I think we're going to be here all day if I look for these rocks. Who knows if they're even all here? Yeah, I have a feeling they're very hidden. Man, the PS2 really doesn't like Shavat, huh? That's fine. We didn't do anything but talk to NPCs. Ugh. But yeah, it looks like Shavat's a big scary zone for the PS2. No, I didn't even buy anything. Wait, no, I did. I think I bought... Did I buy the... I think I bought the parts. I think I bought the gear parts. It's like that area, too. Like that area of Shavat. Okay, has nothing to do with that. The game itself has an issue playing in the PS2. Like, it's a code thing. It's not a like, it's not failing to read the disc. It's like an actual bug with this game playing on a PS2. At least as far as I know. I mean, misreading a disc isn't going to cause the game to do all that, so it makes sense. I think this is the wrong side. Yeah. Let's go on Impact. This is the first Xeno game I've played, yeah. I know a little bit about the Xeno series, but I've not myself played any of them, and this is the first Xeno game we've done a full Let's Play of as well. Which is kind of an interesting position to be in, because I feel like a lot of people did not play Xenogears first. They probably played like Xenosaga or Xenoblade first, and then was interested in the rest of the series. Wait, did I... Come to think of it, I don't think we bought this stuff either. So I think we just walked right in and saved. No, we didn't. Wait. Oh, we forgot to equip it though. Those is Fighting Words heroes. A lot of people love Xenosaga. I think even the people that love Xenosaga will probably admit that they're very, like, niche games. Like, you kind of have to be into games that are like 99% cutscene. Like, I think they could probably agree that they're not for everyone, you know? Oh, there's definitely a lot of people who like Xenosaga. I don't think that's... I mean, like, I've had probably 10 or 20 people ask for Xenosaga for, like, future videos. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they love it. They may just think it would be good for a Let's Play to, like, you know, experience them, good or bad. Okay, we did get everything. Yeah, okay. Man, they got, like... They got like weapons too, and like increases Ethereum Mach strength. Dang, +4, dang. Ellie's gonna be massive. I should buy 2 of those. I don't have enough money though. TL, thank you so much for paying your gift forward, man. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I've heard many things about Xenoblade. Like, I don't remember if I played the demo for Xenoblade, or maybe I watched someone else in the community play it. I don't remember, but I saw some of the new Xenoblade, and I was like, this looks really good. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think we played it for a fan day. Yeah, I think Arco sent it in, and we played it. Trop, thank you for paying your gift forward. And Trop, thank you for the $20 donation. Can I get some love in the chat for Trop? Thank you, man. Look, I'm the monkey. Never forget the monkey. We played some Crash Bash this week for Meme Week. Or no, we played Crash Bash last week for the anniversary, for the 7-year anniversary. It's really weird that you have to interact with this horse to like get the story to go forward. Yeah, I almost certainly will do a full Let's Play of Lunar at some point, because that game was really fun. I really like doing the full Let's Plays for some more of the, like, niche games, you know, like this, to really show them off to people who have never seen them. There's been a lot of games that we've done the Let's Plays for that people were like, I've never seen this, but I'm going to buy it right now. And, like, that's really cool. Like, that's why I really wanted to do Legend of Legaia, because Legend of Legaia is probably my #1 pick for the most underrated PS1 RPG. Like, there were so many people during the Legend of Legaia Let's Play that were like, I've never played this game, I've never seen this game before, but I'm immediately going to go buy it. Like... It's one of those games where, like, just so many people don't know about it, but as soon as you see it, you're like, wow, I need this, you know? Yeah, I don't know if this game, maybe not so niche. This game was pretty popular. Like, I had heard of this game before we played it. But, yeah, no, I think that's really a cool thing we can do with the Let's Plays, is play some games that people really loved, but didn't get as much, the game itself didn't get as much love as it should have. And who knows? I mean, Square Enix is at least somewhat knowing of my channel, so doing something like this and showing them how much people love this game might give them some ideas to bring it as a port, you know, do something with it. Do something, Square. I need that meme with the guy poking the thing with the stick. Do something. Do something, Square. Yo, rad! Thanks so much for being here, man. Glad you're enjoying the Let's Play. Alright, so... well, it depends. I've been pretty happy... what in the... I've been pretty happy with the PS4, PS5 ports. Legend of Dragoon, the PS4 port, when it released, was pretty terrible, but they fixed it, and now it's pretty good. Even the trophies are, like, pretty nice, also. All of the Final Fantasy PlayStation ports are hit or miss. So, like, 7 is pretty good, except the frame rate blows. Other than, like, if you're on ×3, it looks great, but if you're not on ×3, it looks awful. Final Fantasy 9, the UI looks like a mobile game, but other than that, and the trophies are abysmal, not that most people care about that, but other than that, 9's port is playable at least. Which, speaking of which, we're going to be starting it next week. The only one that I truly hate is Final Fantasy VIII. That port is terrible. But, no, some of the other, like, the thing is, those are different. So, like, those aren't just ports. They're, like, I don't even know what to call them. They're, like, quote-unquote remasters, but not really. But the hard ports that they do for the PS4, for the Premium Pass, like Legend of Dragoon, what other RPGs? They haven't done a lot of RPGs yet. But those are, like, actually pretty good. So if we got something like that for this, or something like that for Legend of Legaia, oh my god, I would actually, like, lose my mind if they did that. That would be decent, or at least, like, something that we could play, right? Like, Legend of Dragoon was huge, because Legend of Dragoon has issues crashing on, like, everything you play it on now. But that PS4 port, as far as I understand, doesn't have any crashing issues, so that's huge. And yeah, something like that for this would be huge. But then, like, the PC ports are terrible most of the time with Square, so you kind of have to be careful. Like, if they're doing a PC port of this, which they would probably never do, but, you know, that would be a worry potentially, because their PC ports are usually bad. But having said that, their new big announcement they did a couple weeks ago, they specifically said they want to work more on their PC ports moving forward. So, I don't know, we'll have to see. They said they're going to focus more on PC ports and other multi-platform releases, but we don't know if that means we're still going to make crappy PC ports, but we're just going to make them available as soon as a game comes out, or if that means we're actually going to make good PC ports now. Like, we don't know which one of those it is, or both. But they are at least putting more effort into the PC ports and also the multi-platform releases, so it seems like we're headed towards better ports, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I was really happy to see Legend of Dragoon, and I think also Legend of Dragoon sold pretty well, so hopefully that incentivizes them to look back in their catalog and bring some other games from the dead. Legend of Legaia is probably never going to happen, and Square doesn't even own it. They'd have to, like, go out of their way to buy it. Why would they do that? But this, on the other hand, is a possibility. But given what they did to the team that made this, they may never do anything with this ever again. Like, they fired the team that made this, and then they went on to make games that are successors to this, so would they want to bring this back and kind of shine a light on the games that were made specifically against them? Like, probably not, so I don't know. I would imagine they probably wouldn't want to do that, but who knows? Maybe. This way, please. At this point, I think almost everything is on the table. I mean, just look at what we've had over the past couple of years. Like, I think companies have proven that they're willing to scrape the absolute bottom of the barrel just to get a remake out because they're so beneficial to their bottom line. Being able to release like one big game a year and then also have like 4 remake projects that take like 1/10 of the budget and sell like half as well. Like, it's, you can tell they're making bank because every single company is doing it and doing it as much as they possibly can. So, and they're gonna run out of stuff to remake soon, so they're gonna be looking for anything they can possibly remake. So, and when I say remake, I mean remake, remaster, port, like all of them. So the powerless are maimed and slaughtered all because those crazed leaders give out one bloodlusted order. It doesn't matter how advanced their technology or culture is. It's the same thing. Not one thing has changed over the years. It's gotten so sad you can almost laugh. Ha! How long does this have to last? Relatable. This is the Tactical Command Room. Currently we are keeping track of the activities of both Solaris and the land and collecting data. Lately there's been a lot of unusual activity down on the surface. You think Solaris found something? When will we see remakes of remakes? Well, The Last of Us already happened, so I guess now. Maria has truly done so much for us. As of now, many of us consider her to be the guardian angel of Shabbat. Regardless of how well she can control Saibzen, she's only a 13-years-old girl. She's probably worried sick about her father, who's been captured by Solaris. Balthazar has strongly told Maria not to leave Shabbat under any circumstances. He probably said that because he knows that if provided with the chance, that child would immediately try to fly off to Solaris, all by herself, to rescue her captured father riding on the Saibzen. The scientists of Solaris had bitter experiments in the revolt by the lambs 500 years ago, so they decided to do some work on the lambs. They inserted various limiters so that they would never be able to revolt. For the past 500 years, Solaris controlled the lambs' consciousness, behavior, and all. Naturally, lambs don't know anything about it. That makes it even more unforgivable, although it's highly efficient. They did what? Did we know that? This land is a testing ground for Solaris. Their objectives are genetic engineering, crossbreeding, and mind control. They want to collect data for the newly created organisms and general combat data. Lambs are mere livestock to be raised for Solaris' purposes. The ethos was established mainly to control the lambs. They're not doing this for fun either. It's an important simulation. Creating appropriate organisms that can align themselves with the anima relics is one of their important objectives. In any case, the lambs will continue to be Solaris' guinea pigs unless someone stops them. And that seemed like a really important dialogue. So, like, can we go ahead and say Solaris, like, top 5 villains of all time? Like, in terms of, like, evilness, they're somewhere up there with, like, Kefka. Like, they are insanely evil. And it's not even, like, one person. It's, like, the entire city or entire organization is, like, as evil can possibly be. And we've already met, like, what, 5 or 6 Solaris people that have, like, genuinely been as evil as the entire organization together. Like, they fully believe in the cause. A man named Krellian was the mastermind behind the planting of the limiter in the lambs. He was originally a lamb. He learned molecular engineering from the sage Melchior personally. Melchior, huh? But he misused it for such a terrible act, an unbelievable monster. The whereabouts of the three sages, Melchior. I just realized the three sages. That just blew my mind. I didn't even make this connection till just now. Like, I made the connection with Balthazar and Melchior and how the names were Chrono Trigger names. But I didn't even realize that they were literally called sages. I did not make that connection till just now. So yeah, Melchior, Balthazar, and Gaspar are literally the 3 time sages from Chrono Trigger. Like, it's not even... They didn't even change the context. Like, they are literally those 3 people. Have not been known since the Great War. There's even a rumor that they lost faith in humans because of the tragedy in Nissan. Solaris' activities have increased once again. I wonder where they are and what they're up to. That's so cool, man. The limiter restrains Salam's abilities, but there may be a way to remove it. Torah Melchior, he used to be one of the 3 sages of Shabbat. He must know a way to remove the limiter. Yeah, no, it goes even deeper than that too, yeah, because they were already references. Balthazar brought Maria to Shabbat about 5 years ago, along with that Saibzen. Balthazar said he sneaked into Solaris by himself and tried to save Dr. Nicola and Maria. Nicola. He laughed as he told me that he managed to escape with Maria and take that Saibzen as a souvenir. Maria's father, Dr. Nikolai, was captured by Solaris and nothing has been heard from him since. In any case, I'm sure he's being forced to do research on gears. If they develop Saibzen further into a new gear weapon and start mass producing them, well, to say the least, it would be more than we could ever handle. Long ago, humans were with God in a paradise in the sky called Mahanan. The place was protected by the power of God. Humans were never exposed to the fear or danger of death. However, one day, humans entered God's forbidden garden and ate a fruit which bestowed upon them tremendous intelligence and power. God found out about the incident and the humans were banished from the paradise. The prosperous times were over, an era of sorrow and hatred began. That was the first part of the legend of Genesis that was passed on from long ago. They say a legend such as this contains some truth to it. Okay, so that's really fascinating. So this again goes back to what we were talking about before about how the whole like religion thing in this game is super deep, because you have the fake religion that was given to the lambs and was revealed to be completely fake and made up. And the people of Shabbat know this. They know that it was fake. They've known from the start that it was fake. But they have their own, like, they still believe in their own religion, or at least believe or don't believe, or it's up in the air, right? So, like, going back to what we were saying before, like, the game is very not anti-religion, it's very anti-cult and anti, like, search for your own beliefs, don't just believe what's told to you kind of thing. Because they even have their own religious beliefs. It's just separate from the fake religion that Solaris peddled. So that's really cool. This gives me, because some people are saying, like, it's interesting to see people's reactions to, like, the anti-religion, but, like, this shows you that, like, if you get far enough, you realize that it's not just like this crazy anti-religion thing, but it all has like a reason behind it. Humans banished from the paradise were foolish enough to revolt against God. In order to resist the power of God, they created 12 anima relics and called themselves gods. For 10 days, 10 nights, the world shed its blood. Mahanan was enveloped in flames. But human strength was no match for God, and the arrogant humans were destroyed by God's anger. Only a few righteous men were left on the land. However, God was also tired and wounded. He decided to rest in the deepest depths of the earth. God's rest was long, but eternity is only a moment to God. Since then, the righteous men who didn't revolt against God had to live in their harsh nature by themselves, being in constant fear of death. The legend also says the following: when the righteous men's children are born again, God will awaken from his long rest and give a helping hand to them. If the legend is true, what will the awakening God bring to the people? What kind of existence is God? Now it's getting really interesting because the alien people were talking about the relics. So is this religion true? Is this story that we're hearing the actual true history of the planet? Because if the anima relics exist, then it would make sense that there's truth to this. That is going to be like a wild twist if the religion we heard when we started the game was fake, but then the religion on top of that's actually true. It is not known how much of the Genesis legend is true. However, the anima relics made through God's wisdom do exist. Well, there you go. Solaris' Gazel ministry is desperate to find the anima relic and Mahanan, a place known to be God's resting place. Is Mahanan a reference to, like, the Mammon machine? This sounds similar. I don't know where the term Mahanan comes from, but I feel like it's similar to Mammon. It may even be like a mistranslation of Mammon. Because the Mammon machine was like... it had some relation to God. It was like a machine with the power of God, or a machine with like created by God's power. So there was some kind of like, I thought there was a relation between the Mammon machine and God. I just don't remember what it was. I remember reading about it when I was reading about Chrono. If Solaris attains that power, no one will be able to stop them. What will happen to the world then? Man, I kind of want to talk to every single NPC in this area, because every NPC we've talked to so far has been really interesting. Ah, I see. So you're the son of Khan. Have you met Queen Zephyr yet? She still can't forget about the tragedy in Nisan during the Great War 500 years ago, even though it's not her fault. I assume she can't forgive herself for betraying and abandoning her fellow members though she had no knowledge of what was going on. Oh, I may have said too much. I'm not supposed to know anything. Anyhow, keep up the good work in overthrowing Solaris, young man. Krelian holds the true power in Solaris is what I'm saying, the irony of fate. Once that man fought alongside Roni, Fatima, Queen Zephyr, and Lacan against Solaris. To protect Shavat from the outside, the ancient technology the gate is used. It's fundamentally the same thing as the stuff Solaris had planted on the surface. Even with Solaris' technology, the gate cannot be broken through. But at times I come to think about whether this gate is only for protecting us from Solaris. Maybe that man left this gate behind to separate us, to isolate us from the rest of the world. If that was his intention, then Krelian is indeed dreadful. Does that man's resentment run that deep? So hungry. Is the meal ready yet? Whatever you do, it all goes back to food. You got that? Food. For me, I get the feeling I'm most alive when I'm eating. Isn't it the same with you guys? You eat to live or live to eat? We don't even know, do we? I bet those Solarians are always eating all the good stuff. That's unforgivable. Relatable. See, this guy gets it. You just arrived from the surface, didn't you? I've heard about you. They say you saved our colleague captured by the Ethos. Thank you very much for that. I wish they'd give me a mission. I'd teach those Solarians a lesson. Oh, and you are? I feel like I've met you before. You resemble Khan, the one who taught us the art of fighting. Nobody knows his whereabouts after he went down to the surface on the Queen's mission. I doubt something bad happened to him considering his skills, but I wonder where he is. Gee, I wonder. You humans are truly unusual living beings, aren't you? You're all like scattered fragments of a mirror. That great war 500 years ago, I can remember it like it was yesterday. That's something I can't get myself to forget. Many lives were lost, much love, many dreams, friends, those irreplaceably important things in our lives were scarred and left to bleed. Are those days going to return once again? I don't want my children or grandchildren to go through that nightmare. What is this, the server room? This month is going to be very tight too. We must cut down on rations a little to make it. But everyone will probably gripe about that. What am I gonna do? We've been flying up in the sky, right? It isn't easy getting supplies. We can't just go and get all our own supplies either. We made it this far somehow, but if the situation continues like this, we better do something. Is Mahanan related to the Mammon machine in Chrono Trigger? Or just the word Mammon? Is it a mistranslation of Mammon, or just another version of Mammon, or etc., etc.? Or is it just a completely different word? Is it a mistranslation of McMahon? Is he gonna start a wrestling promotion? Further down is the prison. It hasn't been used for several hundred years, though. It isn't anything worth seeing. Well, I guess you could say we had a similar barbaric phase like those land dwellers. Okay, that's what I thought. Vince McMahon is God in this game. Got it. Understood. This is where we keep the criminals in their cells. It's been said that soldiers from Solaris were locked up here long ago. I've heard we've even done many atrocious things at that time. War is like that. It abolishes good and bad. One betrays friends, neighbors, even his own flesh and blood. War turns even good, kind humans into crazed monsters. Question, what are you doing down here? If there's no one down here, and there hasn't been anyone down here for hundreds of years. Why are we just looking at empty pods? This is a carbonite cage that petrifies humans alive, regardless of whether it was only used on criminals. It is heinous. No matter how you look at it, they've sure thought of cruel things. By the way, you land dwellers know about the Nisan tragedy during the Great War? Did you hear anything from the higher-ups? I doubt they told you. Those old men politely avoid talking about it. Do they think the truth will disappear if they turn away from the past? Bunch of fools. Be careful, land dweller. You'll have a terrible time if you open up your heart to those old men, just like they did in Nisan 500 years ago. Dude, for real though. Everyone has something important to say. This is a machine created to put brutal criminals and dangerous monsters to sleep. It isn't expected to be used again, but it is ready anytime just in case. Anyone who has no business here should leave. Get out right now. Well, fine then. Let me tell you exactly what this thing is, and then say get out. It's not for you. You shouldn't be in here. By the way, this is exactly what this is. That day, 500 years ago, that woman was definitely here. There was no other alternative but to be a captive. We could have won at the cost of many sacrifices, only if that traitor hadn't disappeared with the woman. The escaped woman freed the beast. The beast sucked human blood and ate their flesh and tore the world apart. Excuse me, miss, you resemble the girl who was like an angel and was sacrificed in the Great War. I can picture Zephyr and the followers' confusion. They were the ones who were actually responsible for the death of Sophia. In actuality, we are still being punished for that crime 500 years ago. It feels almost ridiculous. Are you okay? Are you all right? Do we need to talk? Holy cow. What a fascinating area this is. Like, they're kind of caught in this, like, never-ending spiral of, like, they can't go back to reality, but they can't fight the people that have caused all the issues. So they're all just stuck in this floating city being, like, resentful. This. I want to say I talked to just about everyone. I'm sure there's more people I haven't talked to, but yeah, what a crazy area this is. All right, let me run to the bathroom real quick before we go in to talk to the Queen.